The US House is set to vote this week on the sweeping Inflation Reduction Act. It includes the biggest climate investment in US history, with tax credits for electric vehicles and energy-efficient home improvements, as well as clean energy investments and drought relief funding. The climate package alone totals $369 billion. But the bill also includes provisions to lower prescription drug prices and extend health insurance subsidies. Every Republican in the US Senate voted against the bill. Joining me now from London, Kaveh Guillanpour is the president for the Centre for Climate and Energy Solutions. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Does it seem like the United States government has now joined the rest of humanity in the fight to save the planet? More than 30 years ago, NASA climate scientist James Hansen testified before the Senate warning of this direct link between our actions and a warming planet. So it's been 30-something years. So what would be the direct impact now from these hundreds of billions of dollars for climate change? And what would be the global multiplier effect?
Well, I think you're right in pointing out that it's been a rough ride to get to this point, but I think we do need to celebrate that this is really a historic bill that we're seeing go through the Congress. It's really the largest single piece of climate legislation that's been passed in the US. And as you noted, it's almost $370 billion that will be invested. I think the impact will be twofold. First of all, on the international level, I think it will build confidence in the international community that the US will follow through on the promises it's made to almost halve its global emissions of greenhouse gases by 2030. But domestically, it would also be a massive boost in the real economy towards actually implementing that promise and making a real difference on the ground, including through job creation and the transition to clean energy.
And this bill is unique in many ways in the way it sort of targets consumers to buy green and think renewable. I want you to listen to the White House climate advisor, Gina McCarthy. Here she is.
This is an absolute historic investment in climate change, in clean energy, in growing jobs, in saving communities money and consumers money. It's just filled with investments that will also help disadvantaged communities get a leg up again.
But it should be noted the bill alone will not be enough to prevent a climate disaster, right?
Well, no, you're right there. The target that the US has submitted under the international climate negotiations commits the US to a 50% reduction in emissions by 2030. And under some scenarios, this bill will get the US within touching distance of that, but there's still more that would need to be done. But it has to be recognized as a very large step forward. All countries are facing difficulties in their transition towards net zero. So the US is not unique in that. But of course, the impact that the US has internationally when it follows through on a promise like that is really can't be underestimated, really.
In the grand scheme of things, I get it. $370 billion, it's a lot of money, but when it comes to climate change, it's kind of a drop in the ocean. Paul Krugman of the New York Times, though, writes about how the economics of this bill will actually pay big dividends. He writes, right now, we're sitting on a sort of cusp. Renewable energy technology has made revolutionary progress. Renewables are already cheaper in many areas than fossil fuels. A moderate push from public policy is all that it will take to transition to a much greener economy. Yeah, the argument here is that this is the Goldilocks amount. It's not too much, it's not too little, it's just right.
Yes, again, I think you've really hit the nail on the head there. All the economics shows that public spending by governments will not be enough, but it will be important to trigger the investment from the private sector. Just last week, C2ES, my organization, led calls from several blue chip companies, Dow Jones companies that really were calling for climate action because they recognize and others recognize that initial investment will really tip the balance in terms of really accelerating further action by the private sector. I mean, the independent analysis from Congress has shown that the bill will cut federal spending by around 14.5 billion, and it could reduce the government deficit by around 102 billion over the next 10 years. So not only will it trigger further investment by the private sector, but we need to really place this investment against the cost of doing nothing. As you've seen, the impacts that we're seeing, the terrible flooding just now in Kentucky, it's not against business as usual that this investment has to be measured. It's against the cost of also not doing anything, which will far outweigh this initial investment.
And we've sort of come full, well, not full circle in a way, but we have this sort of changing of roles where the Europeans were very much at the forefront, very much investing a lot of money into renewables, and now they're backtracking because of Russia and gas and a whole bunch of other reasons. They're going back to coal. And the United States, which has been dragging its heel and doing nothing, are now taking this leadership role.
Well, I think you're right to point out again that because of we're facing multiple crises at the moment with the war in Ukraine, the pressure on energy in Europe. But I think it's wrong to say that Europe's backtracking. It has its commitment to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. It's putting the legislation in place to deliver that. It's accelerating its transition towards renewable energies, and frankly, it's had a head start over the US in terms of acting because of stronger domestic support for climate action in Europe. So this is a blip along that road, but the trajectory in all of the major economies is towards net zero. What we now need to see is whether other, particularly G20 countries, the emerging economies, will take that signal from the US and raise their climate targets, as was called for at COP26 in Glasgow.
Well, at least they're in the game now, which it makes a big difference and will make a big difference, we hope. So, Kaveh, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.